Daily Mail.
Mail's £1 million airlift for NHS heroes. In a dramatic PP crisis intervention, charity backed by Mail buys 150,000 coveralls and masks from China, then flies them in last night for hospital staff. A new weapon in the war on coronavirus touched down at a deserted Heathrow last night. An airliner crammed with PPE. Inside, filling every seat in the cargo hold, were more than 20 tons of vital coveralls and masks worth over £1 million fresh from China and destined straight for the COVID-19 frontline today.
Metro.
Worst death toll than the Blitz. Latest figures reveal tragic extent of COVID-19 pandemic. More people have died of coronavirus in London than were killed by Hitler's Luftwaffe in the capital at the height of the Blitz, new figures reveal. There were 4,697 fatalities caused by COVID-19 in the 4 weeks to April 17, 20 more than were inflicted during the worst 4 weeks of nightly bombings in October 1940. And across England and Wales, the week to April 17 was the worst on record for deaths from any cause. There were 22,351, 12,000 more than normal.
Daily Express.
Queen's poignant VE Day salute just like her father's. The Queen will celebrate the 75th anniversary of VE Day with a televised address at the exact moment her father went on air in 1945. Millions can now get virus tests. Millions more Britons will be eligible for virus testing in a massive expansion announced yesterday. Anyone over 65 and all those living with them will be able to get swab tests, provided they show symptoms, and so will many types of workers who cannot do their jobs at home. Nation will not forget UPM leads minute silence. The heavy skies matched the somber mood of the nation.
The Scotsman.
Coronavirus out of control in care homes, warns professor. Eye infection rates likely to be 10 times higher than elsewhere. It is test plea to MSPs to stop rampant spread of virus. BA set to cut 12,000 jobs as COVID crisis stops flights. British Airways will axe up to 12,000 jobs due to a collapse in business because of the coronavirus pandemic. We will remember them. Silent tribute held for NHS workers. Staff at the NHS Louisa Jordan Hospital in Glasgow stand yesterday during a UKWide minute silence to commemorate key workers who have died from COVID-19. The moment of silence was timed to coincide with International Workers' Memorial Day. At least 90 NHS workers have died in the past month.
The Daily Telegraph.
Key rule for lifting the lockdown is softened. Government changes its requirement in sign that restrictions may soon be eased. The government relaxed its key rule for easing the lockdown yesterday, amid increasing signs that Boris Johnson is preparing to water down restrictions within days. 5 tests which must be met before the lockdown can be altered were set out earlier this month. Grandparents can safely hug the under 10s, say Swiss. Children in Switzerland under the age of 10 can once more hug their grandparents after public health officials announced that it was safe to do so. The change of advice came after Swiss scientists concluded that young children pose no risk of infection from COVID-19 because they do not have the receptors targeted by the virus. Crisis may lead to 20,000 cancer deaths. Nearly 20,000 more patients could die in England from cancer in the next year due to lack of treatment during the coronavirus crisis, forecasts show. Queen to make We'll Meet Again VE address. The Queen will address the nation on the 75th anniversary of VE Day, with the public invited to join a countrywide sing-along of We'll Meet Again outside their front doors. Cabinet investigation clears Patel of bullying. Investigation by Cabinet Secretary fails to find any evidence to support claims against Home Secretary.
Daily Star.
The Pentagon files proof that UFOs exist.